Well, hello. You're probably. We haven't seen each other in so long. I am not gonna say anything about me being somewhere nowhere. you know, but I jumped in here, to be honest, just to talk a little, like have a talk about everything about SSO because I've been having a hard time playing it, really. Mm, don't get me wrong. I've heard a lot of people being like, I hate the new horses, I hate the new graphics, I hate yada 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 yada. Everything. They hate everything about hate the new um, players, like the little people we play with. They say they hate it, they say they hate everything. But for example, me, I don't hate it. I really, really like that SSO is starting to be more realistic. I love realistic games, and to be true, the only actually realistic game that I loved and that is a realistic horse game is Red Dead Redemption 2. And it's not even a horse game, there's just horses. It's a way of moving actually in this game. But the horses there are really, really good. They're I haven't seen anywhere better horses than in Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's just a fact, and I think nobody is going to argue with me on this one. And if you do, please write in comments which which game has better horses than Red Dead Redemption 2, because I would gladly buy or play this game or whatever just to have that experience if you say so. But I've been thinking about just SSO all in all. And for example, I've been having a really hard time buying anything. And I don't mean with star coins, but with my money. I feel like they're trying to steal from me, if I need to be honest. Because there's always new horses that I want to buy, and there's always horses that are going retired that I want to buy too. And I used to, whenever there was a horse that was going retired, I would buy star coins, and then I would buy every coat of that horse. And I felt like I saved them, if I needed to be honest. Like the fact that I have them in my stable, I saved them from disappearing. But then I kind of realized one thing, that I've been spending my money because they want me to spend the money. That's why they're making the horses retire. They want us to spend the money on retired horses, on the new horses that are beautiful. I love the new versions. Don't get me wrong, I love them. They're pretty, they're majestic, they move really nicely. I would love to have one, but I don't have star coins, for example. I spent my star coins that I kind of saved up on the retiring Arabians because I felt that they were going retired. I wanted to have at least one of each one to remember them from. Especially that they used to be the fastest horses and they used to have, those plus some things in them, and they were just beautiful. They were pretty. They weren't beautiful, beautiful and like realistic beautiful, but they were star stable beautiful. When they came out, I was so excited. Listen, I've been playing this game from the very beginning. Not very beginning, but I think since for 10 years. I think I may have been playing this game for 10 years. I can't tell you for sure because I can be mistaken, and I don't know. I could have started in not in 2014, but I don't know, in 2018. I would need to check it out. But regardless of that, I've been playing Star Stable for a pretty long time. Before Gen 3 started, I remember when Gen 2 started, I remember starter horses being Gen 1, and to this day, I kind of regret turning my starter horse to the new one, but I have the Gen 1 English thoroughbreds, so I have the models of my starter horse, and the horse that is a thoroughbred has the coat of my starter horse, so I can pretty much bear with that. But I've been thinking, like, why does Star Stable need money? That's my question, because they never needed more money. They never needed it. They never pushed us to buy star coins. It was always the only thing they were actually pushing us, so-called imported ones, to buy was Star Rider. It was to just move further out into the map than in Moorland, but it wasn't like a steal. I didn't feel like I needed to buy it. I used to play, like when I started, I didn't buy it, and for the longest time, like for a few first weeks, I don't know for how long, but for the first few weeks, I used to play without Star Rider, and I finished um all the quests, and I just played with the horses. I love horses. I started horse riding recently because I love horses and I always wanted to ride horses, and as a kid I couldn't. So I used to run to this game and just enjoy riding, and I still do enjoy riding. Like right now, I'm talking to you, but I'm riding because I love it. And like, look at this horse. It's one of the magic horses. I think they got retired too. I'm not sure, but I used to love that. In here, this horse would be normal. Like his coat would be. Sorry, I don't think I can change him right now. Sorry, but his coat would be different right now because he's inside a place where people can see it. And that was the whole point of having the magic horse. It was so cool when you like rode and finally like he would look like this, and it was so cool when you finally were to a place where there's no one. So cool, like there's no people in the forest, and the horse would change. He would change his coat color, and it was so majestic. It really was magical. It was part of their stable. You didn't have a horse colored in magical colors until you were alone, and it was so beautiful. And it's another thing that Star Stable took, and I really do not understand why. No, please come back. I want to go with you. No, no, stop. Oh my god. Like, it's one of those things that I would love to still have. Why did they change it? It was so unique. Like, whenever you were on the magical horse and it was magical, it was magical and it was so perfect. And yet here we are right now, just living, and I really do not understand why I can change this horse. It's so cool that I can do that. Because for example, I have my tag and I paired it up with the magical coat of this horse. And this tag looks a lot better, I think, or at least magical, on the magic version of this horse. But I don't know. It just it just took something, and I don't really understand why did they do that. Because no, I just can't. I can't put it anywhere. And this money, I always feel like I'm pushed to buy like the constant production of new horses. There's this, there's that, there's the new Frisian, there's a new Morgan, there's a new coat of the Western horses, the paint horses that I love with all my heart. I have every coat of this horse because I love them so much. But I don't want to buy the new ones. I don't buy the new ones. Why? Because I don't want to spend thousands and thousands of dollars, or more like thousands in my country's currency of money on a stupid horse game that is getting bankrupt. And why are they going bankrupt? I don't know. If somebody can explain this to me, I would be really happy because I've been thinking about it. There was never a problem for so many years in Star Stable. There was not a problem that they were going bankrupt, and yet right now there are. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that they moved to a new residency, that they need to pay higher rent or something, or maybe they're having problems with paying their moderators, or I don't know anything. They need more money, but why do they need more money? I know, I like, I understand why they're trying to target the newer audience, because the newer audience will spend money for sure on this game because they have never spent money on this game before, so they're willing to sacrifice a few dollars monies on this game because they have never before bought anything. So the Star Stable is going to for sure get the money, and for sure the money for Star Rider, because they're for sure are going to buy Star Rider to buy new horses. I don't understand why they put horses in Moreland, but at the same time I can figure out a reason to make the kids that start playing be like, oh my god, there are so many beautiful horses. I want this horse, but in another coat. Mommy, Daddy, can you pay for my Star Rider so I can have it? That's for what they want them. And it's so weird. They're just kids. Why would you want them to buy so many of your products? I would focus on the customers, like for example me, that can pay them right now with my own money. I'm starting to earn my own money. I'm starting to have money of my own and not my parents' money that I can spend on whatever I want. And I usually try to save up something for my own lovely things. Like, I live in my parents' house and I will be living here for a pretty long time. And I don't have a stable job, but I do earn money on um I'm a singer, so I perform on some concerts or picnics, and they give me something, some money, and then I get them on my bank account, and I can spend it because I live in my parents' house and I have an amazing parents. I don't need to pay them anything for living here. I literally do not need to pay them a dime, nothing, because I'm going to college and they're so nice and I'm so grateful for them and I love them with my whole heart. But that's besides the point, sorry. I can spend the money that I earned or anything. I am saving this money up on my saving accounts for my future because there's a lot of things I want to do in my future and I need money for that. But I always keep like a 10% or 5%, something for myself to enjoy, to spend it on, I don't know, a new dress or a new shirt, or I don't know, I want a fancy headphones and I don't want to ask my parents for it, so I'll save up and pay for it myself. For example, right now I have a laptop, of course. It is it's a pretty funny story, but I was saving up for this laptop because I really liked it. I'm sorry, I'm gonna sneeze in a second. I'm sorry really about it. I didn't pay for it, but the fact is I wanted something, so I saved up for it. And I used to um save up for star coins. I used to be like, oh my god, I'm gonna have my allowance today. I can't wait. I'm gonna like put this here, put this here, put this here, and this amount of money is going into star coins because I really, really want to buy this and this and this. That's so easy because I have my own money. I can pay for them. And kids, I when I was a kid, Well, I am still a kid, I'm sorry about it. When I was a little younger and I didn't have my own money, I used to, and I still sometimes, no, I haven't been doing it in a long time, sorry about that. I'm rambling. When I was a little younger, I used to go to my dad and be like, please, please, can you buy me star coins? And sometimes he would say yes, and sometimes he would say no. I was a kid that didn't push them too far. Like, if he said no, no, I would be like, oh, okay, and try another time if I wanted them again. So, with parents, it's like sometimes they're gonna say yes, sometimes they're gonna say no. And most of the time, most of parents are gonna say no because it's a lot of money. My God, my dog is having a dream. She's so cute. And since they have it, um, since they say no, and they're not gonna spend so much. So why not focus on the gamers that are starting to grow up, grow old, and that are starting to be able to pay for everything themselves. Why? I really do not understand it. Because what's the point? The kids aren't going to save this game. Actually think it would be the older players that would save the game, you know. But I think that's all I wanted to say actually. I've been rambling for some time. So, um yeah, I just I just really hope Star Stable is going to stay alive because I really like this game. And I don't want to lose all the money that I spent on it because they're not gonna give it back to me. So please, Star Stable, focus a little bit more on us, all the players, because I feel like you're not caring about me and I don't want to spend money on you. In other moments of my life, like a few, maybe 2 years ago, I would buy the star coins to buy the new Frisians, but I didn't because I feel like you don't want me. You don't really care about me. You don't want to make me feel like this game is a game again. You just want the new players to buy star coins, and they're not gonna be buy star coins because they're just kids and they don't have their own money. So please focus on your older players, Star Stable. Bye.